What if I told you that confidence has nothing to do with feeling ready and everything to do with doing it scared? Now stay with me till the end of the video because I will tell you what is inside this binder that has been my secret to confidence for the last 20 years. Just kidding, these are just my notes for the video. But if you stay with me till the end, you will be confident enough to take action on that thing that you have been putting off for way too long. Now, when I was younger, I used to really struggle with confidence. I was not good at talking to people. I was like that socially awkward kid in school. I could not deliver a presentation for the life of me. You could say I was pretty risk averse. But fast forward to today, and I've done all kinds of things that younger me would have never imagined. I have won awards for being one of the top salespeople at a company that I used to work for. I've written and self-published a book, which it's a shorty, but if you'd like to check it out, link is in the description below. I told all of my friends and family about it, and that is putting yourself out there. I've been a performing musician on a stage in front of hundreds of people and thousands over the course of many, many gigs. And I've recorded over 100 videos and published them to YouTube across multiple channels, and I've grown this channel to over 1,000 subscribers. And I say all this not just to brag, but because I really did used to struggle with confidence, and if I'm being honest, I still do to this day. But I have learned a handful of strategies over time that have helped me boost that confidence and overcome debilitating fear, which would have otherwise prevented me from doing things because I would have cared way too much about what other people thought. Now, the first lesson here is that preparation helps, but not in the way that you would think. People want to feel 100% ready before they start things, and that is just an impossible target to give yourself. No one is ever 100% ready, not even after they've done it 100 times. So when you go into something thinking, I'm gonna get ready for this before I actually do it, you are front-loading all of this work for yourself, which is inevitably going to lead to you not ever starting the thing. Or if you do start, giving up way too soon because you thought you were ready, and then as soon as you started, you realized that you weren't. And after putting a ton of effort into getting ready, realizing that you aren't just makes you feel like there is so much more work to do because of how much you've already put into it to start. So instead, think of yourself as kind of a pendulum that swings back and forth from over here, where you're preparing, to over here, where you're taking action. Now, each time you move towards action, you are going in with a little bit more knowledge from the time that you spent in preparation mode. And then each time you move back towards preparing, you come in with the wisdom and the experience that you just took from having taken some action. And as you bounce back and forth between preparing a little bit more and taking a little more action and preparing a little more and taking more action, this is the virtuous cycle that is actually going to help you get better and improve the fastest at whatever you're trying to accomplish. And as you get better, you will become more confident. And if the pendulum metaphor resonates with you, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you. Now, I have to say that in every single sales interaction I've ever been in, every time I've been on a stage and played music, every time I turn on this camera to record another YouTube video, I rarely, if ever, feel ready. But it has gotten easier over time, and the fact that I do it even though I don't feel ready, in spite of my fear of starting the thing and my concerns about whatever crazy stuff might happen if I do this thing that involves putting yourself out there, ignoring that fear and doing it anyway is the action that builds confidence. I just recently heard this quote and I had to share it. If you're trying to climb a mountain that you've never climbed before, you can't just stand there looking at the summit. You've got to keep your eyes on your boots. And that isn't to say that you shouldn't prepare at all, or have at least some idea of what you're starting. But once you start, it makes more sense to keep your focus on controllable, incremental action, because that is what is actually going to give you a sense of progress. And progress is also going to boost your confidence. But on the other side of the coin, if you were just staring at the thing that you hope to achieve someday, but you're not actually moving or making any progress towards it, all that that is going to do is generate feelings of overwhelm and anxiety and discouragement. You've got to keep your eyes on your boots. And another metaphor, just because I'm in the mood for metaphors today, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Now, most people that struggle with confidence have at least one thing that they've wanted to start doing that they haven't done before. As an example, maybe they've always wanted to start a YouTube channel, but they haven't because maybe they don't know how, or maybe they think they don't have the skills or the natural talent to do it. Or worst of all, maybe they're just afraid of what other people will think if they find out that they're trying to do something crazy, like start a YouTube channel. Now, if that sounds like you at all, I want to assure you that the best thing that you can do is lean in and just see what happens. And if the YouTube example specifically sounds like you at all, I actually want to let you know that I have a free school community for new and aspiring YouTubers. It is called the NewTubers YouTube Collective. And if you want to check it out, the worst thing that could happen is you'll find me there and a bunch of other people that just want to see you succeed. And that doesn't sound so bad. So unless you hate free help towards achieving your dreams, go ahead on down to the video description below and click the link and join us at the NewTubers YouTube Collective on School. It's totally free. Now, at the beginning of this video, I made you a promise, and that was that if you stayed until the end, you would be more confident and that you would be fired up and ready to take action on something that you've been avoiding. I hope that I have succeeded, and I'd love it if you'd let me know in the comments, are you fired up? Is there something you've been avoiding? And are you going to take the next action on it? And just a little psychological benefit, if you actually comment below, you will feel a little bit more committed to maybe doing the thing. Now, if you liked what we talked about in this video, you are definitely going to want to see what we talk about in this one right here. So go ahead and click on that, and I will see you in the next video.